We are back here with inside linebacker Cade Uluave. We'll go to Jeff Ferrato from the Cal Sports Report for the first question.
Hey, good afternoon. I guess.
Hey, good afternoon.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about Teddy Buchanan and what you've seen since he got here? And obviously, you guys had Jackson Sermon, a very experienced player last year, and now you've got another experienced guy who just came in and plugged in next to you.
Yeah, man, Teddy, he's a dog for sure. He's been a great addition to our room, and we're really excited to have him. He brings a lot of tools and a lot of stuff to the linebacker room. On and off the field. Off the field, he's a cool dude. He's easy to hang around, and then on the field, he's out there, he's experienced, he's ready to make plays, and so we're excited to have him. And like you said, having another experienced player by my side, it's great. He's been around the game a lot longer than I have, and so he's been able to help me, and I've been able to help him. So we kind of coexist within this area, and we're trying to get better each and every day.
If I can follow up, you were really productive as a freshman last year, kind of plugged in early in the season. How do you expect to be a different player, a better player this year?
For me, as far as my game goes, coming in as a sophomore, I just want to be, the best I can be. And, how that is different is, last year, I kind of just got thrown in the fire, like kind of, do your thing. And so, I know this year I feel like I'm better prepared, and I'm just eager. I'm really excited to get out there and just have some fun and play ball, and just being a student of the game. And now I've been able to put on some pounds and be bigger, faster, stronger, and so I'm just excited to get out there and play some football.
Thank you.
Yep.
We'll go to Jim McGill from Bear Insider.
You had sort of a unique view of the defense last year. You were a part of it in fall, and then you went to the offense and played against them. Then you were back on defense again full time. How does this year's defense feel different to you from last year's?
This defense, I think from last year, this defense is just, we just have, I feel like we have a lot of chemistry amongst the team. I think, from all the position groups, everyone gets really along on the field and off the field. And so, I think we have that team chemistry, that team bond. And, when you have that team chemistry and that team bonding, you want to play better for each other, and so, I want to be able to play good for the D line and the DBs. And, the DBs want to play good pass coverage, when we're rushing the quarterback. And so, it all kind of goes hand in hand. And, I feel like the brotherhood that we have on this defense is solid. And, I think, we have a lot of new tools, a lot of new players on defense, that are eager and they're excited to get out there and show everyone what they can do.
You have a sense of a couple of things this defense might be able to improve on and do a little bit better this year?
I think for us, as a defense, I think, we can get better in a lot of areas, better each and every day. I say a few areas that we want to emphasize is, getting after the quarterback, affecting the quarterback, forcing them, to make some throws and trust our DBs to make some plays. And, I think each and every play you can get better. And so I think, be better, in the pass game, the run game, and just knowing your job and doing your job. And, because defense is like a puzzle, all the pieces need to fit together for it to be complete. And so we're just excited.
Yep. All right. Next question goes to Matt Moreno from Cal Rifles.
Both for you personally and for the defense, what are some of the benchmarks that we should be looking at, at the end of the night, at the end of games, to be like, hey, Cade had a good game, the defense had a good game. What are some of those things for you?
Man, I would say limit the points. Our job on defense is not to let the offense score. And so, I would say a successful night for us as a defense is limiting the points to as least as many as possible, and so sometimes, every once in a while we're going to be put in a, turnover happens, we'll be put in a tough situation, but, we want to be able to maximize the situation and limit that, if the offense is in the red zone, we want to limit that to 3 points instead of a touchdown, and so just as a collective defensive unit, we want to, limit the points scored, like every defense does in the nation. And we just want to do our thing out there for sure.
All right, we'll go to Steve Croner from the SF Chronicle.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good, thank you. At this time last season, I think it's fair to say not a lot of Cal fans knew who Cade Uluave was. And then, by the end of October, early November, they did. who are one or two guys on the defense whom Cal fans really don't know a lot about him or them, and by the end of October, you think they'll know who those guys are?
Man, I think to be honest, the whole defense. I think that, like, just all the dudes that we have are solid, and I think some dudes that stood out is some new guys, especially like Marcus Harris. He's been solid. He's been a stud all spring ball, all fall camp. He's been working his butt off and just getting better each and every day. And and then I would also say our D line. Our D line, we got a bunch of dudes coming back. We got new guys like TJ and Aiden. And they're ready to make their mark. And so they're gonna the linebacker's best friends is D line. Once the D line tears it up, it's easy for the linebackers. And so I appreciate them and I appreciate what they do. And the same thing goes with the DBs. When we're rushing the quarterback or dropping in coverage and the deep ball happens, we're trusting on them to make a play. And so I think as far as defense goes, we have the tools and we have the capability to do that.
All right, we'll go to Cody Henderson from the League Winners.
Hey, Cade, can you talk about, what it's like to be named to the Polynesian Player of the Year watch list and, what that means to you?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. It is it's really cool, to be able to honor your heritage and be recognized as those select few players in college football. And so it is an honor. My Polynesian side of my family, it has a lot of meaning to me. And so to be able to be named that is really important to me. And at the end of the day, I'm trying to make my family proud. The name on the back of my jersey means a lot. And so I want to do as much as I can to make my mark and put a stamp on my name for sure.
We'll go to Joaquin Ruiz from the Daily Cal next.
Hey, Cade. Just want to ask, you see the offense more than anyone at practice, and there's a lot of new guys, a lot of returners. What do you expect Cal fans to see from this new look Cal offense?
Man, I think these Cal fans should be excited. Firsthand, I go against them every single day. All of us do as a defense, and they want to compete and they want to get better. And I think we have a really explosive offense. In the run game, we got our O-line solid. Of course, we got Jaden. Jaden's back there running the rock. And then also we got, all our receivers. All our receivers are, they're out here working every day. They're out here getting better. And so, they're striving to be able to win those one-on-ones to create separation within routes. And so everyone on the offense is just, they're ready to take a step forward and to improve. And so, if I was a Cal fan, I'd be excited. This offense is solid. Sometimes they get the defense in practice, we get them. That's part of the game, but it's definitely competitive throughout practice. And so iron sharpens iron. So we're excited.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, this will be the last question. We'll go to Thomas Dunn from Right for California.
Good afternoon, Cade. We was hinted at earlier a little bit, but this is your first off season of consistent preparation, knowing what your role is and knowing how you're going to contribute. What have you learned about yourself over the course of that process, knowing that you have that consistent preparation now that maybe you didn't know before during last off season?
As I've been through this off season and, I was able to, kind of reflect on the past season and keep on learning and improving each day. One thing I learned about myself is no one's perfect, and that's something that I feel like people forget. I feel like within football, there's such a strive to be perfect, but people are going to make mistakes, and that's part of the game. And, but what matters is how you respond. For instance, if we're in practice, someone messes up or even I mess up or everything, you don't want to be all mopey and stuff, dragging along and spreading that throughout the whole team. You want to have a next play mentality. And so just have a short memory and just and at the end of the day, football is a game. Football is supposed to be fun, and so, that's what I try to do each and every day is just, come out here, have fun, but still, take it serious because this is a serious deal, but just, just have a good time and just play ball. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Thank you.
Yep.